Друзья, добрый день еще раз. Я жду через буквально минуту-две присоединиться очередной гость в прямой эфир. Это эксперт мирового уровня по клиентскому сервису Tschohl. Готовьте вопросы, я с удовольствием их переведу для Джона и, соответственно, мы пообщаемся. John, press the button. Oh yes, I can see that. Готовьте свои вопросы, дорогие друзья. John.
Good morning. Good evening, I guess, in Russia. It's good morning.
Hi, yes, good morning for you. Thank you very much for your time and for joining us. How is everything with you? How do you deal with the situation in the world right now?
Well, in the world, everything is dead. Nobody's working. Everybody's at home. Every country I'm in, everybody is required to stay at home. So this is the time for people to improve their mind and develop themselves because they got nothing else to do.
And how do you spend your time? What do you do?
Well, I'm trying to create business, and I'm offering lots of free products. I have a podcast post I do every day. It's on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I haven't quite figured it out because it has to be less than 3 minutes. So I'm trying to pump people up, getting them to focus on positive issues. I have my 2 books that are free on my website that are both in Russian, by the way, Russian, Moving Up and Cashing In. They're available in Russian for free downloads on my website, customer-service.com.
Yeah, and when I introduced you, a lot of people know who you are and read your books in Russia. You're very popular. John, and some of my followers would like to know how to become a best-selling author, world-recognized expert.
Well, number one, I'm very focused. I focus on customer service, building people, motivating people, but I've never gotten off track. And it's easy for people to go in 20 directions. So I've stayed focused to become the customer service guru. And the reason I have my books Moving Up and Cashing In is I'm trying to help companies build this customer service focus, and the limitation they have are people. And people oftentimes don't see themselves as they can be. They have self-imposed limitations that prevent them from accomplishing their dreams. And so part of what I'm doing is helping uplift the soul, the heart, the spirit of people. My first program I wrote that was released in 1980 is called Feelings. And one of the reasons it's been so successful is that it focuses on building people from within, getting people to believe in themselves, to feel good about themselves. You see, when we're talking about customer service and success, everything is in your hands. The only thing that prevents somebody from accomplishing their dreams are self-imposed limitations. It's not the economy, it's not government, it's not your boss. It's really how badly do you want to succeed. And I've dealt with a lot of young people in Russia, and some of them are very, very successful. Everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. And it's really all in your mind. It's not your connections, is what are you doing? In the Russia CIS marketplace, there are more opportunities than almost anywhere in the world. There are absolutely no limitations. So stay really focused. And no matter what it is that you want to accomplish, learn, read books on that subject, become the expert, know more about whatever subject you want to focus on than anybody else in the world. I read one book every month, and I have for the last 50 years on personal development, personal growth. And I see you have a large inventory of books behind you. And,
Right.
here in my office at my home, and the fish tank is behind me. The light's not on, so it's hard to see. But most of my books are at the office, so I have a few books here.
Yeah.
But I have. I just gave away 70 books that I'd read, and because I had too many books, and I needed to clean up space in my office. So it's just a matter of focus, and focus.
John, and your story, personal story, is very inspirational. I helped to translate you in Russian to my movie director friend and producer, and I remember your story when you were young and staying in a bus station with old men. Could you please tell us this story? It's very, very nice.
Well, I love Russia. I think it's an incredible country. I've been there since, I think my first trip was first trip was about 2000. No, let's see, it would have been about 1987. And I've been there 50 to 100 times.
That's the year I was born.
Really? And if you recall, well, you wouldn't remember because that's the year you were born, but back then, there was nothing in Russia. There was no computers. I remember trading a computer for a car back then. You know, I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to build the business in Russia back then, and nothing happened. I just spent all the money. But today, Russia's got everything. And I would like to see Russia become the most powerful country in the world, not because of military or oil, but because it has the smartest, brightest, most successful people in the world. And Moscow could be a Singapore. And then you would dominate the world. It's economic power that counts. And that means that all of the viewers right now, your success is totally in your hands. The only thing that prevents any of you from achieving more are self-imposed limitations. So my recommendation is to read one book a month for the rest of your life on personal development and personal growth. Because of the coronavirus, I think you should be reading one book a day.
Right.
Everybody, you have two choices right now. You can watch TV and see how the world is coming to an end and get depressed, or you can focus on your mind. And my suggestion is focus on personal development. Everybody has at least 1 to 2 hours a day right now that they could use to build their mind. What a tremendous opportunity.
Right. And John, what are your favorite top books you recommend to read?
Other than my own books, I like to read books from very successful people. People that have made it happen, like Sam Walton, Bernie Marcus from Home Depot, Steve Jobs. So I would tend to read Mark Benioff. He's got a new book out called Trailblazers. If you read these books from people that have really made it happen, I think you'll learn a lot. And then the other thing I do on all my books, I highlight the book as I'm reading it, all the key ideas. So I could read any book in 10 minutes that I previously read. That's all I got to do is look at all the key ideas. Like, let me just pull off a book here. Here's a book called 1 Minute Millionaire, you know. You know, the key is to focus on your mind. But I always date the book that I read it. I grade the book, you know, from an A+ to a C, a D. If it's a D book, I dump it. If it's an F book, in fact, I don't even finish F books. Some books are really poorly written, but the key is to just massage your mind, constantly build yourself. I'm here in my office right now at home.
Oh, beautiful.
So here's a picture of Trump and myself.
Yeah, wonderful.
Here's another picture of Trump.
Oh, yes.
Here's a picture of the governor of Minnesota when we lowered the voting age to 19. I got it passed. I had 50,000 college students. I was chairman of the College Republicans. This is me with glasses when I was a little nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
2 senators. I'm very involved in politics. There's Governor Romney. Senator McCain when he was running for president.
Wow, John, very impressed. Thank you for showing around.
Here's Donald Trump Jr.
Oh, yeah.
That's before he had that stupid beard. So.
And who was your inspiration, John, back then? Maybe you met some people and you would like to mention them and ask your role model.
Here in my office, I have a Builder's Award from Success Motivation Institute, and this is 1973, and it's by Paul Meyer. And Paul Meyer was my mentor for teaching me how to make money. And I grew up poor. I didn't like being poor. And so I wanted to be a millionaire at age 30, which I did. And Paul taught me how to make money.
Wow.
And I listened to him. I had mentors that I listened to. Most people never listen to their mentors, never keep their mentors involved and informed as to what they're doing. So the key is that you gotta be focused. You have to listen only to successful people.
Right.
You gotta get a lot of advice from people that are not successful. So you gotta really pay attention to successful people. Listen to them.
Right. Right. Yeah, John, and you mentioned your mentor who taught you how to make money, how to become millionaire. What would you recommend to young followers, to young people who following you, who you are a role model for millions of people all over the world? What would you say to them if you had just 3-5 minutes?
I would say take 25% of your income and invest it.
Wow.
Invest it in real estate, stocks. Invest, save and invest. Most people take all of their money and they spend it, and you make more money with money. So you can live the good life today, or you could live a better life tomorrow if you invest.
Right.
So my recommendation is to a minimum of 10% of your income. Ideally for young people, you could do 25%. Push yourself. Everybody could make more money. Everybody. The problem is that some of us think when we will work harder when we get paid more. If you work harder, you make more money. You're going to get promoted. You always make more money if you're indispensable and if you're extraordinary. So my challenge to all your viewers is to be extraordinary, to be indispensable, to develop yourself and to save and invest.
Yes.
You know, that's how you accomplish more.
John, and what's the purpose of life? Because your life is so abundant. You met a lot of beautiful people around. You have the healing culture. Did you find the answer on this question?
I take a vacation every month, and I have for the last 30 years. Sometimes it's only 2 days, sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's 2 weeks. Okay. Today I'm going to go pheasant hunting. You know.
Yes.
You know, put food on the table. Business is bad. I got to go out hunting to put food on the table. success is achieving your dreams. And it's important to have goals in all areas of your life. Family, financial, your personal physical condition, your mental, what are you doing to build yourself, your spiritual goals, and your social skills, how you dress, how you look. I'm amazed today on how many young people don't care about how they look, particularly in the United States. They dress like slobs. They look like slobs. Now, one advantage you have in Moscow is that I think you have the most beautiful women in the world. And I think that women in Russia tend to be more careful about how they look than in the United States. We talk about Hollywood, but the rest of the country, most young people dress like slobs and look like slobs. So your physical presence, how you personally look, how you dress, is part of the image that you have to portray. So your physical appearance, are you losing weight? Are you thin? I'm 20 pounds overweight, which is a problem. My number one goal is to lose weight, and it's my most difficult goal I've had for the last 10, 15 years is being thin is not easy. I like food. So I'm constantly trying to lose weight. And that, so just because you have a goal doesn't mean you're going to reach it.
Yes.
Because we have habits, but we have to discipline ourselves, and we have to be focused. My goals are very written. I've had written goals since probably 1972. Very clearly defined goals. So that's before you were born, by the way. And I know exactly where I'm going, what I'm going to do. Now, with this coronavirus, everything is thrown up. I've gone through many depressions and recessions over the last 45 years. This is a very unique thing, and the whole world has collapsed because I'm everywhere in the world. And but everything is at a standstill now. In 30 to 60 days, things will pick up. And on April 17, by the way, I'm doing a free webinar with Synergy. We don't know the time yet. It's a Friday. It'll be 1 million people participating in Russia and the CIS countries and that. I think basically it's almost free. So keep your eye out for myself on Synergy for April 17. I'm doing a lot of stuff for free right now. You got to do what you got to do. But I'm very busy. I'm constantly trying to build the business and grow the business. We keep creating more online programs. We have a cost reduction campaign that's available both in Russian and English and Spanish, a variety of other languages. So I find the harder you work, the more money you make. And when things go bad, like right now, things in the world are bad, okay? You have to push yourself. This is the time to make things happen. And you can't let up. And most of our friends are sitting around watching TV. You don't want to be like the rest of the people. You want to focus on building yourself. This is an opportunity. You've got really the month of April to really have clearly defined goals. You really could read one book a day right now on personal development. Think if you could read in the month of April 30 books on personal development, whether it be leadership, management, customer service, whatever it is. Women spend a lot of money on their hair and their beauty and their face, okay? Men, we just shave. But what would happen if we spent $10 US or $20 US a day for this month building our mind? There's no greater asset because it goes with you wherever you are for the rest of your life. So anything you can do to enhance your skills right now is to your benefit. And on my website, customer-service.com, I have 2 books in Russian that are free downloads, Moving Up and Cashing In. You just click them, go to the cart, order off the cart. There's no credit card needed. They're free. You can download them, and both books will help you achieve success, free.
Wow.
They're also
Thank
in
you.
English if you prefer English.
Thank you. Thank you, John. Thank you for that opportunity. Amazing. John, what would you recommend to our followers? They would love to succeed in life as you do. They would love to become happy and to have happy relationships and financial free. What would you say to them? Because you said a lot today. You have a lot of great recommendations, very nice ideas. What would you say if you had that opportunity?
Well, number one, we got to stay very positive. We have to stay focused. We have to have very clearly defined goals. This is a chance for you today. It's a Saturday. Why not spend today mapping out your game plan for the rest of 2020? Physical goals, social goals, your physical appearance, your relationships with people, your spiritual goals, financial goals, your family goals. Have a clear game plan. Hazy goals produce hazy results. And you got to have target dates. And then you got to look at your goals all the time. All my goals are always carried with me every day. I know my goals. I got, and by January 1 of every year, my goals for the year are all clearly defined. That doesn't not mean I accomplish all of them, because I push myself, okay? But you have to discipline yourself. But again, this is a unique opportunity for all of your viewers watching this to develop themselves, to become extraordinary, to become indispensable, to become the leaders in Russia and the CIS countries.
John, thank you very much for your time, for this conversation. It was a great pleasure and honor for me to talk
Hopefully
with
I'll be
you.
successful out pheasant hunting and get a couple birds today.
Absolutely. Good luck to you and talk to you very soon.
My wife is counting on me to bring food home for dinner.
And we look forward to see you very soon in Moscow or anywhere in the world. You are so amazing person.
Synergy, by the way, is planning 2 Russian tours for me throughout all of Russia. One is for the fall, and then one was for the spring. I don't know if the spring one will happen because of the marketplace, but it'll be 20 different cities in Russia.
Yes, please let me know when you come here, and
I'll do that.
Talk to you very soon, John.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.